Now, Ms. Divya, what is the government doing to take skills to the rural parts of Tamil Nadu? Because, more of the stress on skill development appears to be on the urban side. But rural areas, there are students who want these kind of skills and they have a limitation in terms of communicating in English. And somehow there is this feeling among us that if we can't communicate in English, then, you can't be confident. So therefore, the students don't come forward with their own talents. So what is the government doing to ensure that the rural students get the benefit of skilling?
Yeah, now that this Nanmudalvan has taken its hold into every part of the state, it's universal coverage. It's not like any other government scheme where only government institutions are targeted. All self-financing institutions, all schools are part of this initiative. Be it government aided, except for autonomous, because they've been granted autonomy for a purpose. So we don't want to intervene in that. Otherwise, the rest of the affiliated institutions are part of the Nanmudalvan program. And here, when I'm talking about education, it's more about skills in education, because education as such is not, you would all agree, I think industry partners here would agree with me that unless the students have the skill sets that they are looking for either for working in the shop floor or in the service sector, they need the skill sets. So there are different skill sets that each of the industry requires, and that is what we are assessing as part of our exercise that we do every semester. And now that it is there in every college, every college has become a skill hub. And with regard to the vocational skills that we are trying to, that this is an inverted pyramid. The engineering graduates are more than the ITI and the polytechnic students in Tamil Nadu. So here we want to ensure that even engineering grads are given technical skills. And whatever soft skills or whatever other skills that they require, the colleges have become hubs. And Professor Kamakoti made a very important point that infrastructure is something that is required for any type of a technical training that is given, apart from research. So here we see a large number of colleges which do not have access to this kind of an infrastructure. So here we are creating hub and spoke models where we create centers of excellence, we identify colleges which have the necessary infrastructure, and we map colleges, centers of excellence. We bring in students from the rural colleges into these centers where there is infrastructure, where there is faculty who have the expertise to teach those skills, and then we train them there. And when we talk about vocational skills also, for those which are the students that are apart from the formal education sector, because Skill Development Corporation is also dealing with vocational skills, and we are part of the National Skill Development Corporation, which is then offering, NQR, the national qualification packs that are there. And we have training partners who are operating various parts of the state. Here, what we have done as part of the recent initiative is we are bringing all of these institutions into schools and colleges, because the network of schools and colleges everywhere, rural, urban, it is equitable. The distribution is equitable. And therefore, we want to ensure that these academic institutions, the schools, colleges themselves, become skill hubs. So there we are going to train a large number of teachers in these skill sets. They are going to train them as trainers of qualification packs. So this would be entirely voluntary. We've just floated an EOI, an expression of interest, to garner interest from faculty members. We would be giving them honorarium. Even for those students who belong to their own institution, we will be giving them an honorarium because it's over and above the academic work that they are going to do. So this is somewhere where we're trying to integrate skills into education, and this is all over the place. The entire state, we have this network of schools and colleges which are going to become skill hubs.
I think that certainly inspires confidence and makes it appear that it's certainly sustainable in the long run, because most initiatives, they start off and then somewhere, there's no continuity. So from what you're saying, it appears that it's very decentralized and, very sustainable. Like, Ms. Divya, now he was mentioning about how, people with varied academic backgrounds go on to become successful, in careers that are completely opposite to what they had studied. So that brings to the question, often our students, when they complete class 10, when they want to pick up a stream, there's this policy that we have that the student who gets the highest mark naturally goes into the computer science, maths, and then next category is science, and then the one with the lowest marks goes into the commerce and the arts. This profiling somewhere comes from the teachers themselves. And also, I think the students are not able to make their career choices properly after class 12th. So what needs to be addressed there? How do we ensure that our school students are better informed so that they can make better higher education choices?
Yes, you are right. These career choices that the students make depend on teachers first, because they look up the teachers, rural students especially, they look up to the teachers in the schools for them to, make choices for them. The second very important factor in a career choice is the parent community, and the third one is the peer group. And also this depends on a large number of other factors like proximity of the college, the higher education institution, and what job opportunities they see are coming in that particular area. Because right now we see among the student community, the youth, particularly in Tamil Nadu, they do not want to move out of their own hometown. They are sort of cloistered within they feel very comfortable within their locality. So these are some of the factors that influence their career choice. So here, as part of the school's Nanmudalvan initiative, we have trained teachers, because the teachers themselves are not aware of the various career pathways that are available beyond engineering and medicine, So we have trained these teachers. We've given them booklets to see where these kids can go by choosing an art stream, a liberal arts stream or a science stream, where they can go and how they can sort of counsel the children into taking up those and understand the interest of the child. Nobody does that. We are looking at marks, but who understands the child, what the child wants, what the child aspires to do. So we see after 20 years into a career, the child feels the youth feels very frustrated by the work that he does. He feels that he is not made for the job after 20 years. Of course, now we have so many avenues to switch careers. But then, a lot of time has been wasted. So much of productive years have been wasted. So here we want to target children at the school level, right from 9th grade onwards. We have trained teachers from government schools to counsel students. We formed counseling clubs in each of these government schools, and they will counsel the students on the interest. They will profile the students' interest. We've also, as part of Nanmudalvan portal, we've given them a psychometric test analysis, so that the student themselves takes a printout and sees what they are good at, what kind of skills they are good at, and he can make an informed choice. And we've given them career booklets to understand where the colleges are, where good institutions are, and some of these kids feel that they are not made for those, elite institutions. So we tell them that you can aspire. We, as a part of the government, we want to ensure that if you have the aspiration, we are here to fulfill it for you. So whatever resources you need to get into those sort of institutions, we are here. You would have seen that our Honorable Chief Minister felicitated students from government schools who got into elite institutions. So here the government is all out to help the student community to make informed choices and to ensure that there is seamless, that on all of these choices don't depend on external factors, but rather intrinsic. We've made that choice a student's choice. And that is why the Uyarvukku Padi, that's another program as part of the Nanmudalvan initiative, where every student is given these various career opportunities, and on-the-spot admissions are done by colleges. So he can fill up a form, and then on-the-spot admissions are done. And we also want to ensure that students join ITIs and polytechnics, because that kind of aspiration is also missing among the youth. Them are aspiring to get into higher education. They want to complete a degree at any cost, and then they they think about their career. What kind of job should I get into? They complete a BA degree and then they think about. Here we want to ensure that even when the child is in school, he thinks about a career. He thinks what kind of job he wants to do, and then channelize him into that kind of a career.
That's a very pretty structured system.